Black men and black women, we are not the enemy. Okay? Black men quit saying that the black woman is the enemy because she's not. And black women quit saying that the black men are the enemy because they're not. The only enemy that you should be focusing on is you. You are the enemy because you're not getting your gender together. You want to blame another gender for your bullshit. Why is that? Why do we do that like little kids? There's so many videos out there of a man talking about what a woman does wrong. And then there are a lot of videos out there of a woman talking about what a man does wrong and what a man needs to do. First of all, you're not a man if you're a woman. And first of all, you're not a woman if you're a man. So why the fuck are we talking about other genders issues if we're not that gender? We don't know what that other gender feels like every single time they actually do bullshit. You feel me? So why talk about it? I'd rather for you to talk about your gender and what your gender has been doing to the women if you're a man. Men, talk to other men about the bullshit that they be doing and clean up the mess out here. Women, talk about the shit that women be doing and clean up the mess out here. You feel me? How the fuck can we actually grow together if we can't even fix ourselves first? You feel me? We can't come together in these conditions because we don't trust one another. How come we don't trust one another? Because we can't even fix ourselves before we try to fix everything else. Shit ain't gonna work. All of this conscious shit that we talk about, it's not gonna work if we're not getting along. You feel me? That's the reason why we are waking up. This woke time right now is for us to actually come together. But how the fuck can we do that if we're steady keep pointing the finger? You calling yourself a queen, right? But queens do not point the finger at the king all the damn time. Queens check themselves and be like, you know what? I'm royalty. And I gotta make sure that my royalty is okay. So I'm gonna have my royalties back. And I'm gonna fix whatever I need to fix in order for us to be royalty together. Same thing with the men. You know what? I'm a ruler. You feel me? And a ruler is not supposed to act like this. So I'ma change and I'ma make sure I'ma have my queens back. This is the type of level of thinking that we supposed to be on right now because all of us are connected. All of us got light particles in our hearts. All of us can sense each other from a mile away. All of us can do things that we don't notice that we can do. So if I'm hurting a woman, a black woman, then I'm hurting myself. If a black woman is hurting me, then she's hurting herself. That's what it all boils down to. And I'm only speaking about my people because I've seen a lot of videos based on my people and my people only. You feel me? I could talk about white relationships. I could talk about Asian relationships. I could talk about, you feel me? You feel me? I could talk about all of these different other races, but I'm not that. I am a so-called African American in America. So I need to speak to all of my so-called African Americans because I see this shit every single day on social media and I'm wondering how come we're not actually checking ourselves. Men do the same amount of bullshit that women do. So why not talk about our own issues? Why talk about the women's issues? Let the woman figure it out for herself. Let the man figure it out for himself. A woman should have no right to tell a man what he's supposed to do. A man should have no right to tell a woman what she's supposed to do. This is just me because you're not that. So how the hell are you supposed to know what another gender is doing if you're not that gender? Men don't actually, have periods and get pregnant and have eggs and shit like that. We don't have titties. We don't have pussy. We don't have an ass. Yeah, well, we do have an ass, but not like women. We don't have women curves. You feel me? That's because those are women traits. So if those are women traits, right? A woman is going to have a certain mindset and she's going to act a certain way. A woman don't got no penis. She do not have no testicles. Okay. So she can't tell a man how to be a man and a man can't tell a woman how to be a woman because everybody gets the idea of who the fuck they supposed to be. So why preach it? Just acknowledge the issues, work on it, and then come back to the community like, hey, this is what it is. I've grown. This is what I want to try. How come we can't do that? How come we can't do that? How come we gotta blame each other all the damn time? You feel me? That's the one big issue that I see. When is enough? You know? And another thing, man. If you one of those people that say, I don't see color, then I'm talking to you when I say this. That is one of the most harshest things you can ever say to a person of color, that you don't see color. Because if you don't see color, then what the fuck do you see? What do you see then? Because I am so curious to what the fuck you see. And if you say that all you see is the human race, then you need to fall off a damn cliff. Why, how the fuck, first of all, understand this, okay? The human race is not the only race that's on this planet. And that is not all you fucking see. So you're just bullshitting somebody because you don't want to accept the fact that we are two different colors based on two different types of melanin, two different skin tone. In order for you to accept us, or in order for us to accept each other, we gotta accept the differences. We gotta accept the differences. We have to acknowledge certain different traits that we have. We have to acknowledge and we have to accept certain different looks that we have. White person or white people in general. If you know that a person's black, accept that person for being black, and vice versa. Black people, if you know that person's white, accept that person for being white. That is the only key for all of us to come together, not just black people. You feel me? I'm not just saying this just to be saying it, because there's a lot of people out here that really have this type of mindset, and it irks the fuck out of me because I really don't understand. There's plenty of colors out here and all you see is one. I really don't get y'all. And the fact of the matter is that if we don't all come together and become one, then we're never going to get out of this damn matrix. Cause our mindset is keeping us here. Nobody else is keeping us here because this shit is over with. But until you actually know that shit in your mindset, you will always be stuck in the matrix. You will always be stuck worrying about other shit that don't matter. What about the shit that do matter? What about that? Just because it don't matter to you doesn't mean that it don't matter, because it does. Anything that has life to it matters. I'm gonna let that sink in. Anything that has life to it matters because it is a part of matter. We got to get it together as a people, right? Because I mean, there is a lot. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of negativity out here, you know, and half of that shit has everything to do with our, you know, what we eat, what we drink, what we watch, right? Just know what's real and what's fake, and don't get blindsided by the fuckery, you know, cause you can easily do that. You can easily get blindsided by the fuckery, and then, you know, some shit might happen to you just because, you know, you were influenced based upon GMOs or based upon, you know, magic. You know, people are casting a spell on you every single day, every single time you watch something. Every single time you watch a movie is basically a spell. That's why when you see all of the characters, right, or when you look up the cast, right, if somebody wants to put a spell on you, they have to cast the spell. You feel me? So be careful. All of us are valuable. And I'm speaking to my people because my people believe that some of us aren't valued, right? We don't see each other as value because of what other people have told us what we are and who we are. Can't nobody tell us what we are and who we are because we have the Akashic records within us. You feel me? Our melanin is the Akashic record. You feel me? We know who we are. Let's not pretend that we don't. And then our history damn sure didn't start in no 1492. We are more valuable than you think. So start seeing yourself as value. And the only way you can do that is by bettering yourself, man. Noticing your flaws and trying to change your flaws every single day. That's how you actually get your value to a higher level.